CW fans, it's me, Tori B, and I am standing here with the John Wesley Shipp. And y'all may remember a few years ago when we did our very first interview for the Gulf Coast CW with Mr. John Wesley Shipp, and he was so kind to carve out some time for us to have a little talk again. So
always.
We've got the comic insider here, going to ask some cool questions as well, TK
doing?
Brooks, and y'all know him just from everything that we've done together, so we appreciate just all of us getting to talk.
Honor to see you again, John.
Thank you, sir.
You want to kick us off?
So I was wondering, what was it like being from the original Flash show? Like now, since you played, was it Henry Allen, then Jay Garrick, and now back to Barry Allen from Earth 90?
That's
crazy.
Amazing. It's crazy. It's nothing I ever expected. It's very funny. The last scene that we did in 1991 was Mark Hamill and I at 5:30 in the morning, and when they yelled the final cut, I ripped the wings off, threw them in the air, and I swore that I would never get into another superhero suit. Well, never say never. So they snuck me in through Henry Allen, which I thought, okay, that's the different enough story than mine. My father was not wrongfully convicted of killing my mother in front of a 10-year-old me. Okay, that was not our origin story. So that's just a part I want to play.
It was the brother, if I remember, right?
Yeah, it was the brother that
Jay
got killed. So I came in as Henry, and then they did a bait and switch on me and turned me into Jay Garrick, which was a little freaky. I was like, this is 26 years later, and you want me to be in a superhero suit with a bunch of gorgeous 20-somethings running around the set?
Fit right in.
And they said, go ahead, do it. And everybody was so supportive.
Oh, you wear it well, sir. It's
kind of
one of my favorite characters from the show.
And then they kept pushing it for the Elseworlds crossover and brought me back as Flash 90.
And yes, I enjoyed seeing you there too.
I was like...
I have to ask, was that the original suit, or was it...
Oh, no.
It was just remade, so...
Yeah, it was. They actually had a copy of the original suit. After we get done here, I have it on my phone. They sent it in, it looked like a coffin. It was in the Warner Brothers vault. Temperature controlled, humidity controlled. And they sent it up to Vancouver as reference. And Kate Main, the designer, and the terrific crew at Ocean Drive Leather in Vancouver, they rebuilt a replica of that suit using more breathable materials, I'm happy to report, and also they zipped it up the back so I could whip the hood off in between, the cowl off in between scenes. But the whole idea of it was just so freaky,
I saw Elseworlds and I was just blown away. I'm wondering, I know you probably can't let us know, but are we going to see the Earth 90 Flash maybe next year in the Infinite Crisis, possibly?
Well, all I can say is
I know you can't tell
the
us
possibilities are endless, aren't they?
They always are.
I'm hoping for it. I'll say that.
We'll see. I mean, there's so much that goes on. A version of Flash dies. In the comics, Jay Garrick is left holding the suit. I mean, there's all the different characters that we all play. Of course, they're getting the budget and what they can logistically afford to do with their wild imaginations, which are so fantastic. And that's what's fun about working on that show is we're working for a bunch of real comic book fans who love
to read and
what they're doing.
And who know every story. And
they do.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's so much fun.
Do you have a particular episode that you were in that may be a favorite from the new versus the old show? Or?
It's so hard because I've looked at this world from so many different angles. I've been Barry, I've been Professor Zoom in Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Right.
Voiced Professor Zoom. I came back as Henry Allen, and then Jay Garrick, and then circled back around to Flash 90. So it's hard to pick one because they're all so different. I have my favorite Henry Allen scene. I have my favorite Jay Garrick scene.
The list goes on and on. All right.
The list goes on and on. I will say this. One of the most meaningful experiences of my career was coming back as Henry Allen and participating in that special relationship with Grant Gustin in handing off the character.
You almost passed the torch, pretty much.
Yeah, but it wasn't on the nose. It wasn't like Jay Garrick, here's how you be a superhero. It was a father-son blessing. And there was something so personal and affectionate about that construct that I'll always treasure those moments. There are those moments, there are those moments where it just clicks, and I will always treasure this moment.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much as you do But
No, I'm sure you do. You know when you're in the zone.
in the flow of things.
That's right.
Vortex,
That's right.
So I was going to ask about how you felt about Batwoman joining the mix for the crossover.
When I saw her on camera, I was like, there she is. And I tweeted out, "A Star is Born."
Oh, yes.
Because I thought her presence, everything from her confidence to her bone structure and then the moves, I was like, wow, this is going to be massive, you know.
And it was. I mean,
yes.
We had a huge support, and it blew up over here on the Gulf Coast. Everyone is so glad to have Catwoman. Well, that would be fun, wouldn't it? No. Thanks. That's awesome for sharing.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut off your questions. I was going to turn it back over to you.
I'm actually I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, do you have anything else you want to add, John?
No, it's just great to be here in Pensacola. It's
Again,
good to see
awesome.
you again. Always.
Thank you so much for doing this. And I know our viewers who are going to be watching this later are so appreciative. There were so many people who said, we saw y'all it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, back in 2017. And so they were asking if I was going to get to talk to you again. And I'm so glad that we made the time to do it.
Always.
That you made the time to do it.
Whenever we're in the same city, we'll make the time.
And I appreciate you always giving us a little not shout out, but some love over on Twitter. You always are good about, every time we hashtag Elseworlds and shout you out, you're always so supportive of showing us love over there. So we appreciate that too. It helps us out.
It goes both ways, right?
Yes, it does.
Everything in life.
Well, cool. Wrapping it up. Thanks for watching, guys. And check out more on the Gulf Coast CW website.
John Wesley Shipp.
Awesome. Got enough padding? I want you to.
Gordon and TK Comic Insider. You better be watching it. Yes, I will. I will hunt you down and find you. I'm trained, you know. You better be watching. All right.